Number 25. Every government needs money to run. Sounds obvious, right? Well, that's our starting point, and if Congress can't figure out how to fund all of it, then the underfunded parts shut down. Number 24. Congress couldn't agree on health care. Another obvious point. Anybody watching the news knows that Democrats and Republicans don't exactly see eye to eye. Number 23. So everybody goes home. Not exactly. The government is divided into essential and non-essential employees. Number 22. Managers have to decide who stays and who doesn't. Basically, they're the ones that say which employees are essential and which ones aren't. Number 21. Which parts of government stay open? Anything related to national security, public safety, or programs written into permanent law, like Social Security, continue operating. So now let's get specific. Number 20. The military. This is a gimme. The military and all U.S. embassies are unaffected. Number 19. Public safety. Air traffic control, emergency medical care, border patrol, law enforcement, and power grid oversight all remain. Number 18. Social Security. Anything that's written into permanent law must continue being funded. Social Security is the biggest. Food stamps and unemployment will be funded for the time being. Number 17. Postal Service. Any agency with independent funding remains open. This includes the Post Office and the Federal Reserve. Number 16. Congress. This is the one that might upset some of you, but yes, you guessed it. Congress keeps collecting their paycheck even when they're not around. Number 15. Congressional Staffers. Unfortunately, the little guys aren't as lucky. Their paychecks aren't written into permanent law. Number 14. Do essential employees get paid? Most likely no. If they stay on, however, they should be paid retroactively when Congress decides to restart funding. Number 13. What about the soldiers? The 1.4 million active duty soldiers get paid no matter what. The House and Senate specifically passed a bill to guarantee their paychecks, and Obama signed it into law on Monday night, right before the shutdown. Number 12. So what actually shuts down? Basically everything else. The list is pretty long, but we'll go over the most obvious ones. Number 11. Healthcare. The National Institutes of Health will no longer accept new patients and shut down their phone hotline. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention will stop its seasonal flu program. Number 10. Housing. The nation's 3,300 public housing authorities will stop receiving payments, although they have enough reserve to last until the end of October. Number 9. Law enforcement. Although the FBI and Drug Enforcement Agency will continue to operate, the Justice Department will put many civil cases on hold. Number 8. Parks and museums. More than 400 national parks and museums will remain closed, including Yosemite and the Statue of Liberty. Number 7. What about Washington, D.C.? In theory, the District of Columbia is supposed to shut down all but the most essential services. In 1995, only fire, police, and EMS units were on duty. Even trash collecting stopped. Number 6. How many government employees will be affected? Roughly 800,000 workers have been sent home. Remaining are 1.3 essential employees, 1.4 million soldiers, and 500,000 Postal Service members. Number 5. Will the non-essential employees get paid? That's a good question. On the first day of the shutdown, these employees had to come into work to make sure everything was closed down. Whether Congress decides to retroactively pay them later is up to them. Number 4. Is the government even ready? There's no way to really tell. Most of the departments have contingency plans, but that's only good on paper. Number 3. Which part of the economy will be most affected? Tourism, federal contractors, energy, and pharma and biotech will most likely be hit the hardest. Number 2. Has this happened before? Yes, a lot actually. In the United States since 1976, there have been 17 government shutdowns, although the longest was only a few weeks. And number 1. How does it end? The opposite of the way it started. Congress has to agree to pass a bill to fund the government, or they can just sit at home and collect paychecks. It basically boils down to political pressure. If you liked the video you just saw, then feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel by using the orange button in the top right. And don't forget to go check out our website at list25.com for more awesome lists.